Welcome, friends. I'm Gina Nicole, and this is the Goddess Channel, where we awaken our spiritual awareness, connect from our hearts, and amplify goodness in the world with channeled messages, downloads, and activations that we co-create together with Spirit. I invite you to just take what resonates, because that means it's meant for you, and just leave the rest. This is your transmission of light for the moment that you came here to listen. Let's begin. What you may have noticed is the masks are slipping. The carefully curated images, the aspirational veneers, whether in Hollywood, social media, or anywhere people leverage their image for money and power, are now being exposed for what they are. And you may also notice something that's interesting is that the Instagram facade is no different than what the Hollywood facade has been. The influencers crafting a picture-perfect life for people to admire, compare themselves to, and strive for. It's the same illusion that Hollywood built in the 1930s. A dream sold to the masses and carefully designed to be just out of reach, to keep people aspiring. Now, that doesn't mean that anybody who was in Hollywood or anyone who is an influencer has some sort of evil intention. It's not that at all. But it's that we keep little by little buying into a system that we know there's something off with. And sometimes even the best of us can find ourselves almost feel like we're imprisoned there, and then we become the thing that keeps the machine going. So don't feel like we're talking about good versus bad here. What we're talking about is propping up an illusion, right? So this is also how cults operate. A leader places themselves on a pedestal, better than you, someone to follow, to aspire to. And isn't it interesting that in influencer culture, the word used is also followers? So that's not a coincidence. But again, it's not meant to be bad, but we let it become that and we don't question it. That's where the problem lies. But now we can see that a shift is happening. Because I think we can all sense that it's not normal for humans beyond survival mode to put ourselves into hierarchies. We're not meant to be fans and followers. When you think about it, it's really weird placing other people on pedestals. It doesn't make sense. So naturally, as we all evolve energetically, these illusions are also crumbling. These facades that manipulated people into buying into a false reality are being exposed daily even, and it's right before our eyes. Because to maintain the illusion, and this is what I'm really getting at here, to maintain an illusion, you kind of have to leave your soul at the door. So the era of putting people on pedestals is coming to an end because it's time to get real. We're ushering in an era of authenticity, of connection, communion, and synergy, where hierarchy and comparison no longer hold the power over us. And there are incredible actors, musicians, content creators, people out there adding real value to the world. Like I've been saying, this isn't about them. It's about a system that profits from false personas, a corrupt structure that only takes, feeding off of fear, insecurity, and programmed longing. But that system can no longer stand as the collective frequency of humankind rises above fear and anger and shifts toward courage. And that's what we're being called to now. The courage to be real. The courage to connect with others authentically. The courage to step out of survival mode and refuse to validate corrupt systems with our time, attention, our money, our energy. This idea, if you can't beat them, join them. That was a survival mechanism. But we're not here to just survive. We're not here to prop up outdated systems that we thought gave us safety. Instead, we're being called to turn inward with love and compassion, first for ourselves, and then outward toward the world. And from this energy, we become discerning. Things become clear. What aligns with us and what doesn't is more undeniable than ever before. And as the old ways of seeing and interacting with the world fall away, where we place our attention naturally shifts. A higher perspective emerges, and we move through life with more lightness, with more joy. The illusion is breaking, and what remains is something real. And you have everything you need to rise into it. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for co-creating this message. If you want your energy to be connected even more so to this channel, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you for being your beautiful self and bringing your energy here to receive and to amplify this transmission. I invite you to take some breaths here. Find that space, that peace, and eternal calm within yourself. Know that you have everything that you need, and have a beautiful day. I love you.